FOIA request?
For who?
A FOIA request? Freedom of Information Act request?
Oh, that's not here.
Yeah, it is here.
Where?
I bet you don't get in.
Ma'am, be professional.
Get your hand off the
Be
door.
professional. I'm trying to talk.
I don't care if you
So
trying
you
to talk.
Well, you guys are trying to close the door on me being unprofessional, and now he's assaulting you guys. Look at this. Assault.
Try to loose the door.
I'm not ticklish, sir. Into whatever agency I want to turn it into.
You won't be turning into no agent here.
Alien View Audits.
Greetings, Earthlings. Xylar here. Let's dive into this constitutional wormhole, shall we? For today's video, we have First Amendment Auditor, aka Constitutional Earthling, Hero. Drum roll, please. Ta-ta-da! Central Tyrant Investigations. Hey, hey, ha, ha, ha. Please go show him the love and support he deserves. A link to his original video is listed in the description. Hello!
All right, guys.
Might as well turn that off.
Huh?
Can't bring no cameras up here.
What do you mean?
Like I said, you can't bring no cameras up
Yeah, I can.
here. So what?
It's a public building.
No, you gotta take that on.
What do you mean?
This is a state building.
Yeah, state is public.
Okay. You gotta get off the property.
Ma'am, I go all around doing this First Amendment stuff.
Probably 89 blocks.
89 blocks.
Yeah.
What's that?
So what news you with?
Huh? I'm free press journalist.
Okay.
Yeah.
We just can't have that at the state building.
Yeah, you can. Just if I stay in the public areas.
Go over there so you can see what's happening. That's
Go over where?
right across the street and come back and tell me what's happening.
What are you talking about, ma'am? I'm trying to go into this public building
Oh,
right
you
here.
can't. You think I'm gonna put?
Are you guys open?
We always open.
Yeah, then I'm allowed to come in here as a member
No,
of the
you're
public.
not. You gotta come through me.
And your security?
Yeah.
What's your name?
What's your name?
My name's Alex.
Okay. It don't matter.
What's your name?
You can't come in. It don't matter.
Do you have
what
like
my
a
name is.
supervisor, somebody I could speak with? I don't know why you're restricting me from this public area here. Just trying to
Because
document.
it's a state building.
You keep saying that. I know.
Yeah. And I can't let you in.
Why?
Not with no camera or nothing.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening. You need to go across the street and see what's happening.
Yeah, I say
over
there's
there.
a whole bunch of police over there.
Yeah, go over there and
And do what?
direct them.
And interact with them?
Yeah, and see what's happening.
No,
Because
no,
it's not happening at the state building.
I'm here for the public lobby here and all the
but
public information.
You know you ain't getting in, so it don't matter.
Do you have to be
Who you here for?
Oh, wait, ma'am, I have a question. All right, guys, let's see here. Very unprofessional. Didn't even get a chance to walk in yet. Please show your ID upon entering. Let's see if we can get in here.
Hey, now,
Yeah. What happened?
get your hand off my door.
What happened?
Get your hand off the door.
Ma'am, this is a public building.
Get your hand off the door.
This is a public building. Why don't
Get
you
your hand off the door.
de-escalate a little bit?
Get your hand off the door.
Ma'am, can you de-escalate a little bit?
Can you move your feet?
Huh?
You're not allowed in here.
Why not? I have business.
Because I said so.
I have business to conduct.
No, you don't. Get your feet off my door.
Yeah.
What news?
Free press.
What?
Free press journalist, independent journalist.
No.
Well, you can't come.
You can't come in here.
I have business though.
With who?
With the department, I need to file a FOIA request.
For who?
A FOIA request, Freedom of Information Act request.
Oh,
That's
no.
not here.
Yeah, it is here.
Where?
I bet you don't get in.
What do you mean, what agency?
They-
I need to file it for whatever agencies you guys have in here.
No.
It's a FOIA request.
It don't work like
You have
that.
to
It
call-
does work like that.
call the
Okay.
state of Illinois.
No, I can. The FOIA law
If you
is that
don't
I'm able to
get
come in
your
here and
feet
fill out a
out
FOIA
of my
request.
We
door.
don't have anything such like that.
So I'd write it down on a piece of paper and turn it into whatever agency I want to turn it into.
You won't be turning into no agent here.
Man, just be professional.
I
you
am.
have been
I'm not going to let
unprofessional
you
since-
in. Simple as that.
It's a
You
public-
can't understand English.
State agency, office building, but
Yeah, it's
if
a-
you don't have proper ID, we can't let you in.
Well, you never said anything about ID.
Okay. Well, do you have
You
proper
still
ID?
not getting in.
Who am I talking to here?
You still not getting in.
She's the security guard, so she's manning the door. You'll have to take your foot away. Let this gentleman.
Yeah. How you doing? Is he?
He
You,
does-
Get your hand
oh,
on
you
my
work
door.
here? I was gonna say.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so I have business. Ma'am, be
Your hand
professional.
off Get your hand off the
Be
door.
professional. I'm trying to talk.
Get your. I don't care if you.
So you closed the door on a member of the public?
Right. Get your hand off my door.
In, sir.
Get your hand off. Man, if you don't get your hand off this door.
What are you gonna do?
Don't.
What are you gonna do? Threaten me?
No.
Go ahead.
Back up.
What are you
Don't
gonna
come
do?
in this door.
What are you gonna do? Do something.
She's not gonna do nothing.
I hope not.
Okay.
Okay.
So
get
I
your
have
hand
business
off
to
the
conduct.
door.
How do I conduct business, sir? I'm gonna talk to you because you're a little bit more
Call
professional.
the state of Illinois, Springfield, and they'll direct you to who you need to call.
Yeah, I need to come in here.
No.
You ain't coming in here.
You can't come in
So
here.
what-
just say-
what-
If we let everybody just say, I want to come in here.
Well,
we
they
can't
have
do
business.
that.
They have business. Well, I have business though. That's the difference.
But with who? You haven't said.
So,
who-
so that's why I'm coming in here. This is my first time here, sir.
Okay.
I would like to know what agencies you guys have at this
None of your
location.
business.
Ma'am.
We got DCFS. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Okay. DCFS, HFS, IDOT,
Okay.
DOC.
Do the DCFS. I need to file a FOIA request within that agency.
Well, you have to call Springfield for that. This is just child welfare here.
Come
and
on, let the
it's
work
a
in.
Safe
Move
house
back.
for DCFS.
And I wish you stop holding on to this door.
You're blocking the entry, ma'am. That's a fire hazard.
This bad here.
All right.
Yeah, so I just need to file a FOIA request within that agency. Is there somebody, a representative of that agency, that I could file a FOIA request with, sir?
No, I'll find out. I'll
So
come
are
back
you
to
guys a different state office building than the one across the river there or anything? Or you guys
Well,
do the
yeah,
same
this
thing?
is state of Illinois. That's
Yeah,
the state of Missouri.
but it's still a state office building, correct? It's a public area. I was able to go in there and document. Why can't I come in here and document?
Well, Missouri has different laws than Illinois.
Well, there's no law against it. That's what I'm telling you.
For this building, there is.
So, how do people come in here and conduct service, if I may ask?
They have a service with the agency, and that's how they come in.
Okay, so I just want to document those public restrooms right there. I have to go use the restroom.
No, we don't have a public
It's for people that have business.
I have business.
Get your hand
Why
off
does
the
everybody
door.
seem to want to close the door? And that's assault.
That's not assault.
He's up there.
Look at
And
this
you
guy.
said it blocked.
Everybody always
You
tries to
both
close the
going.
door on me. I might be
You
little,
both
but I'm
going.
very strong, sir. Can you back up a little bit?
No.
Excuse me.
Sir, I have a question still.
And answer.
Well, you guys are trying to close the door on me, being unprofessional, and now he's assaulting you guys. Look at this. Assault.
Turn loose the door. He's up there.
I'm not ticklish, sir. That's unwanted
Get
touching
off
as
the
well.
door. We asking you nicely.
And now he's breaking my fingers.
I didn't bring nothing.
Wow, guys, he just assaulted me. What's
I
your
think
name?
it's wrong.
Oh, now he wants to hide his identification there. Look at this fucking thug.
I hope you got that recorded.
Yeah, I got it recorded. I got you assaulting me.
I didn't assault
Yeah, you did. You grabbed my fingers first off. You
I
bent
didn't
my
touch your
fingers.
finger.
I have it all recorded, man.
I didn't see me touch it. I just pushed the door.
I have it all
You
recorded.
see how strong you are, but I was able to push
I
the door.
have it all recorded, sir. What's your name? The East St. Louis Thugs, guys. Look at this. Let's get his name. Oh, he hid it, guys. He put it in his pants because he doesn't want people knowing that he assaults people. It's all recorded. You
Okay.
can't deny what's on camera. A
Where?
member of the public
What's
tries
your
to,
name?
A member of the public tries. Yeah, there you go.
Done the myth.
Free press.
But it just doesn't have your name on there.
It doesn't need to.
Well, then you don't need to know my name. What's the point of I don't know your
Do
name?
you
but
work here?
You don't know my
Do
name.
you work
I
here?
don't know your
Do
name.
you work here?
Why can't I have your
Do
name?
you work here?
Why can't I have your name?
You're a government employee, sir. You have to ID. It's all public record. And that everybody just saw you assault a member of the public.
Everybody.
Oh yeah.
People you got watching that thing.
You'll find out. Yeah, you don't just put your hands on everybody, man.
I don't put my hands on it, but
You
when
just
people
did.
aren't obeying the rules of the building.
What rules?
you-
What rules?
You wouldn't leave the
You
door
said
shut.
something about showing an identification.
Yeah, you didn't have one. You still don't have one.
Did I deny having identification?
I asked you for your ID. You didn't present
The
one.
lady was cutting me off. First off,
she
was
wasn't.
being unprofessional. Everybody's watching.
I asked you for your ID. All you said was freedom of the press.
Yes, correct.
Well,
I'm trying to go in here and document and exercise my First Amendment rights.
I'm freedom of the press too.
You can be, correct.
Okay, well.
You are right about that.
Right.
But you shouldn't put your hands on a member of the public.
I didn't put I pushed the door shut.
No, you literally grabbed each one of my fingers and peeled it off.
Play that back and show me where I touched you.
Well, you guys are trying to close the door on me being unprofessional, and now he's assaulting me, guys. Look at this. Assault.
Turn loose the door.
I'm not ticklish, sir. That's unwanted touching as well.
Door. Come on, right.
Yeah, you're a tyrant, dude. You're a fucking thug. That's what you are. They just put their hands on people, member of the public. Are you an officer? Sir, are you an officer? Okay, unprofessional as well. Looks like they have something to hide in this state office building, guys. Sir, are you an officer? They don't talk here, or they just put their hands on people? Look at that. Wow. Wow, wow. All right, y'all, that is absolutely crazy. He like grabbed my fingers and like peeled my fingers back, caused harm. So I might have to go to the police department here and definitely file charges on this individual for doing so, because he's definitely not supposed to be putting his hands on a member of the public. I don't know how much you guys did see, but it is this gentleman right here who thinks it's funny. Wow. All right, y'all, stay tuned. So this is a state office building, guys. They do have a public area within this state office building. They have public agencies within this state office building. So we are allowed to go in here and request documents, fill out FOIA requests within this building for each of the departments that are inside of here. And obviously there is public access in here. Let's read this, guys. It says, please show your ID upon entering, which is a violation of our rights first off. And then it says face masks are strongly encouraged but are not required. This is all for the Illinois Department of Central Management Services. So yeah, the public's able to go in here and do business, but these guys don't even want to let us in because we are recording. The security guard simply said because we are recording, we cannot come inside of here. There is no law against that. That is only their policy. That guy came out. He did have a weapon on him, and don't know if he had a badge or not, but I assume he is some type of officer here. So, all right, guys, we're gonna stay tuned and see if anybody else comes, if they call the police or not. If not, we're gonna go over there and try to file charges. I have to look back at my camera to see what that gentleman's name tag said. But yeah, guys, absolutely ridiculous here. And they have an American flag up there as well, so pretty pathetic. All right, y'all. Always remember, guys, they are recording us right there, in and outside of the building. They are always recording the public. But when the public has a camera, it seems to be the end of the world. Wow. Absolutely ridiculous. Guys, like I said, I am in East St. Louis, Illinois, at the state office building.
Unacceptable behavior. Can you believe these Karen and Darren government workers who are supposed to accommodate and assist the public in a polite and professional manner? actually had the audacity to break the boundaries of physical contact offense towards a member of the public. Despicable and unacceptable behavior coming from public servants who know it is in their policy to never get physical with any person at any time. This should never have escalated, and at that point they should have called police officers. Their job description states to observe and report. This elderly security woman is being misled to believe she has more control than she actually does. This is dangerous because it's giving her a false sense of control and aggression that she cannot back up if things went really bad. She is acting as a dominant person when she has not the physical stature to do so. Her behavior is clearly supported by her associate, who comes and actually puts his hands on the auditor, not obliging to their policy. The woman's security, hot head, is a liability to Allied Security and her associates. Although too many Allied Security employees seem to be ignorant of their job description. Imagine going to a public building to conduct your business, and you are immediately shooed away and treated as a trespasser, especially by a security officer. Too many of these government workers believe that the government building they are employed at is their personal property or that it is private. For some reason, a government position gives them a false sense of authority over citizens coming into a public building to conduct their business. This government official pulled his fingers one by one off of the door and felt proud, delusionally believing he is more physically dominant over the auditor, and was proud of that. After this assault, he blatantly lied, implying that he only pushed the door and never made physical contact with the auditor. This is why we need auditors. We have unhinged government officials who will assault you, invalidate your rights, then make bold-faced lies against you. This is why it is in your best interest to record your business when dealing with all government officials. This creates accountability for their actions and behavior, creating transparency and eliminating your word against theirs. Now, to our First Amendment auditing hero, Central Tyrant Investigations. Thank you for going out and exercising your rights for us all to have better interactions with our government officials. We truly appreciate your presence in the auditing world. You expose tyrant officials and you don't back down. When they push at times quite literally, but you do not budge, essentially keeping these tyrants in their place. We enjoy watching you. You are a true defender for the people's rights of the United States of America. Please keep up the honorable work of upholding the Constitution and exposing these tyrants, holding them accountable, but also educating them so they know they can't trample on the people's rights. Long live the Constitution.
Here we are. No. Here. No. Here. No. Here. Earth. Destination set. A far distance away. As you can see, we watch human beings on Earth like humans watch a TV screen. Or nowadays, a small handheld cellular device screen. It's their great addiction. As an asteroid hurtles towards Earth to their doom. We will tune in whenever we're bored. It's sort of a hobby for us. First Amendment audits are particularly entertaining to observe. We get to examine many human emotions and behavior all wrapped in one video. We'll watch and wait for your demise, but we might snub a few Karens before your scheduled appointment with doom. Nixar, out!
First Amendment guarantees the right to the freedoms of speech, press, and religion. Protects the right to petition the government. Second Amendment guarantees the people's right to own and bear arms for their defense. Third Amendment. Citizens cannot be forced to quarter soldiers during times of peace. Fourth Amendment. Citizens cannot be forced to subject themselves to seizure and search without a search warrant and probable cause. Fifth Amendment. Prohibits abuse of governmental authority in legal procedures. Establishes rules for indictment by eminent domain and grand jury. guarantees the due process rights, protects citizens from self-incrimination and double jeopardy. Sixth Amendment guarantees fair and speedy jury trial and the rights to know the accusation, the accuser, and to find counsel and witnesses. Seventh Amendment reserves individuals' rights to jury trial depending on the civil case, and cases already examined by not be reopened by another court. Eighth Amendment forbids exorbitant bails and fines and punishment that is unusual or cruel. Ninth Amendment reserves the rights of citizens which are not specifically mentioned by the U.S. Constitution. 10th Amendment reserves powers that are not given to the U.S. government under the Constitution, nor prohibited to a state of the U.S., to the people and the states. 11th Amendment state sovereign immunity. States are protected from suits by citizens living in another state or foreigners that do not reside within the state borders. Ratified Feb. 7, 1795. 12th Amendment modifies and clarifies the procedure for electing vice presidents and presidents. 13th Amendment, except as punishment for criminal offense, forbids forced slavery and involuntary servitude. 14th Amendment, details Equal Protection Clause, Due Process Clause, Citizenship Clause, and clauses dealing with the Confederacy and its officials. 15th Amendment, reserves citizens the suffrage rights regardless of their race, color, or previous slave status. 16th Amendment reserves the U.S. government the right to tax income. 17th Amendment establishes popular voting as the process under which senators are elected. 18th Amendment denies the sale and consumption of alcohol. 19th Amendment reserves women's suffrage rights. 20th Amendment, also known as the Lame Duck Amendment, establishes date of term starts for Congress, January 3rd, and the President, January 20th. 21st Amendment details the repeal of the 18th Amendment. State laws over alcohol are to remain. 22nd Amendment limit the terms that an individual can be elected as president, at most 2 terms. Individuals who have served over 2 years of someone else's term may not be elected more than once. 23rd Amendment reserves the right of citizens residing in the District of Columbia to vote for their own electors for presidential elections. 24th Amendment citizens cannot be denied the suffrage rights for not paying a poll tax or any other taxes. 25th Amendment establishes the procedures for a successor of a president. 26th Amendment reserves the right for citizens 18 and older to vote. 27th Amendment denies any laws that vary the salaries of Congress members until the beginning of the next terms of the office for representatives.